What is going on, everyone? Griffin here, coming at you with some chalk gameplay, and today we're going to be talking about the shotgun changes in the mid-season update for the Mad Mercenaries update. So let's head over and check it out. So these are the shotgun changes for the mid-season update for the Mad Mercenaries update for Rogue Company. So as we can see here, the Arbitrator got a pretty substantial nerf here, in my opinion, a nerf. Fall-off ranges have been reduced, so the base, rare, and epic version is going from 9 to 15 meters down to 7 to 12 meters, and the legendary version is going from 11 to 17 meters down to 10 to 15 meters. The fire rate been reduced from 3.33 down to 2.5, and the rare, epic, and legendary versions of this fire rate has gone from 4.44 down to 3.33. Reload speeds have been increased, so it's going from 2.4 to 2.8 on the reload, and the rare loses the reload speed upgrade, but the epic and legendary versions do get the reload speed to go from 1.8 to 2.0 in that upgrade path. So for the S12 Tactical, the base fire rate has been reduced from 3.0 to 2.5. The reload time has been slightly increased. The reduced fall-off damage from 66% to 50% down to 60% to 45%. And the rare upgrade properly gives a total ammo from 40 up to 50. I'm a shotgun guy. Right, at the end of the day, I enjoy running shotguns. I enjoy running all the weapons in Rogue Company because, in my opinion, if you don't run all the weapons, if you don't understand the nuances of these weapons, if you don't know how to actually use them in combat, then how can you effectively play against these weapons? That's my standpoint. If you don't run every rogue and play every rogue and experience every rogue, then how do you know how to play against those rogues? It's going to take more time for you to play against those rogues and learn how those rogues work than it is to just play with those rogues and understand how their abilities and their kit and everything works. But that's a whole different topic. These are shotguns. I enjoy running shotguns. I know how the S12 worked. I know how it worked down to a science because I ran that weapon so much. After they did something to it and it made it actually a good gun. They did something to it, and I ran it for a very long time as my preferred shotgun. I can absolutely feel these changes. I can't one-tap someone or two-tap someone at the ranges that I could before. Whenever I'm backing up from an enemy and still shooting them, I can see that damage start to fall off a little bit quicker, and it allows that enemy to survive a little bit more, which puts you in a less advantageous situation when you're running the shotguns because you need to get in closer to do that damage, but it also puts you at risk, right? Because you are going to absolutely push into something that is almost always going to kill you in one way or another. So it makes the S12s something that is turning into high risk versus high reward. Now, you put any of these weapons in Lancer's hands, and you really don't see any difference whatsoever. For the Arbitrator, you do have to get a little bit closer to the enemies to be able to use the Arbitrator. If you're able to do peek shots with the Arbitrator, then you're not really going to notice the fire rate reduction on the weapon because you're going to be peeking as you're going to be shooting, so you're going to be timing your shots out anyway. I did notice it slightly whenever I was like running around with it with Lancer just to test it out to see if it's still a broken combo. And of course, it's still a broken combo, by the way. But you can absolutely run this and get used to it. The reload time is the one thing, in my opinion, that makes the Arbitrator feel the most different. You go from having something that you can reload very quickly, and then if you start stacking perks on top of that, then you get less, you get a less reload time, and you're almost always instantly reloading this thing, and you've got two more in the chamber. You're ready to fire both of them off, and you can fire them just as fast as you can pull the trigger. Now, it's a little bit different. Now, it takes a little bit longer to reload your weapon. Now you have to dip out of combat. You have to put yourself in a situation where you could get flanked or you could get crossed or something else negative could happen to you. I've had that happen to me quite a bit since these changes have came out, and it doesn't feel good but it feels balanced, right? And there's a difference, right? There's absolutely a difference in those two things. There's a difference in feeling good because of how I perform with the weapon, how comfortable I am with the weapon, and how good I can be with the weapon versus it being balanced, which it is balanced, right? I feel like the Arbitrator is in a better spot. It is very strong. You can still headshot someone at very close range and down someone with one tap. Yes, it's still broken on Lancer, like I said before, but it's always going to be broken on Lancer until they do something with that character, which has been needed for a very long time at this point. But that's neither here nor there. But it does feel better. The S12, it's something that's definitely noticeable because you're not trying to get as close as you are with the Arbitrator. You know, the Arbitrator, you're trying to get right up in it as much as humanly possible. With the S12, you're kind of playing more of like a close / mid, like you're flirting that line of like a mid-range shotgun. So you can definitely feel those changes very significant on the S12, and you have to put yourself in a worse position to be able to capitalize on the downs. It's still shotguns. It still performs like shotguns. It's still lethal like shotguns are. You just have to put yourself in a position that either A, you don't want to be in, or B, you have to be smarter when you're playing in order to be able to capitalize on these weapons. So at the end of the day, if this is the direction the shotguns are going, I'm 110% for it. It makes it more skillful. You don't feel as bad when you get down by one of these weapons, whenever you put yourself in a situation to get down with one of these weapons. So it doesn't feel cheap, unless it's on Lancer, of course, right? But it doesn't feel cheap whenever you run into these weapons post-update, right? If they're actually running these. Like the rest of the shotguns didn't get touched, so they're a little iffy. You know, they're a little iffy right now. But at the end of the day, that's how I feel about it. Be sure to let me know how you feel about it in the comments down below. Also, if you want me to do a video on each specific shotgun change, let me know in the comments, and I would not mind whatsoever to kind of bust these weapons out and to give them a full video dedicated on what I like about them, what I dislike about them, how to use them, and what type of play style you should be looking at running whenever you're actually using these weapons. Be sure to let me know in the comments. Also, be sure to check that description for Facebook, Discord, and Twitter. Those are the places to contact me. If you haven't already, please be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. If you've already subscribed to the channel, then consider hitting that join button to become one of the 256 crew members. Lastly, on Thursdays from 8 until 11 p.m. Central Time, Sundays from 10 a.m. until we get tired, I will be streaming here on YouTube. So if you're interested and available, please feel free to stop by and say hello there. Thanks for watching, guys.
Dude, god damn, now you're running a shotgun?
They picked mine up. Here they come, Garbo.
There.
Lethal out.
Dude, what the hell? He said the murder train's coming, then he shotguns me, dude. So, like, what happened? He literally said.
He pulled it out and put it up.
Yeah, he did. He put it up. Oh, shit. Behind us. Oh, my God. This shit. Is somebody nearby? Oh god, it was trying to scare the shit out of me.
Nearing victory.
I'm down.
No, Travis, back up.
I'm throwing a grenade on left now.
Oh, they just respawned back over here.
He's one shot. Oh, I flashed myself.
I don't know. What is the actual, dude? Actual.
Actual.
Spooky language. One's near you, Griffin. Oh,
Yeah.
Dude, he threw it right in my pocket.
There's two over here. Get out of here, cannon.
Kill and nice work, team. Checks in the mail.
A single victory is no cause for celebration.
That SKL is pretty nasty. If you, it feels like a pretty balanced shotgun. The range on it's a little crazy, but like having to pump, you know what I'm saying? Having to dip out of cover and pump makes a pretty big difference with that thing.
Sometimes you gotta get a pump in.
Pump from time to time.
What was it? Arnold said, "I love pumping. I love it. I love pumping."